Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm also going to talk about a few other things, and I'm going to remind you of what you hold. So Elon Musk faces lawsuit over Dogecoin price manipulation. Honestly, I thought this was going to happen a long time ago. But it's happening now. Why? Because they're trying to crush all of crypto. And anybody that invests in Doge knows exactly what they're investing in. The U.S. SEC has been taking steps to target influencers that are illegally shilling crypto assets in order to manipulate their prices. If I could manipulate the price of XRP, all of us would be driving Lambos right now. Then I would go on to shill XLM, XDC, and so on and so forth. But XRP doesn't need no shilling. It's going to run on its own use case and its own merit, its own utility. You know, everybody talks about XRP like somebody has some secret control over it. When XRP takes off, it is going to take off. It moves against the market at so many times. I just talked about it in yesterday's video. But once that utility kicks in, and it's going to happen, that's when everybody will be priced out of XRP. Billionaire Jamie Dimon hints at run for public office. Bill Ackman endorses him for president. Let's hope that never happens. I love my country, and maybe one day I'll serve my country in one capacity or another, Jamie Dimon says. This is coming from a guy who wants me and you to give up our private property while he holds on to his private property. You know what I hate the most about elites of the world is how they look down on us, how they think we're nothing but trash. You know, we gave them way too much power and we should have stripped it from them a long time ago. Let's hope Jamie Dimon never becomes president. Missouri and Sadaman highlight XRP rise as addresses holding 10K worth of XRP surge. You know why that's happening? Because everybody's looking at the month of June and, you know, the Hinman documents being made public. And then maybe soon after the judge makes a ruling. Everybody wants to get in before it's too late. You know, I always tell you, buy whatever you could afford to lose, so you could sit on the sidelines and be patient. Any little bit that you buy is one step closer to financial freedom. You know, everybody always says you have to hold this amount of XRP or that amount of XRP. Whatever amount you hold is definitely going to be life-changing money because XRP has a ton of utility. Ripple unlocks 1 billion XRP in routine procedure. Now, everybody knows this is going to happen, yet every time it happens, they act like they're shocked by it. So leading San Francisco-based fintech company Ripple Labs has unlocked 1 billion XRP coins from escrow today, June 1st. I'm glad they did it now, instead of after the documents come out, after the judge makes that decision. I'd rather see it happen now and get it done and over with. So PayPal started in 2000 and the CFPB have just put out a warning about the safety of customer deposits. What a time we live in. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau published an issue spotlight on digital payment apps heavily used by consumers and businesses. The analysis finds that funds stored on these apps may not be safe in the event of financial distress, since the funds may not be held in accounts with federal deposit insurance coverage. The CFPB also issued a consumer advisory for customers holding funds in these apps and how they can make sure their funds remain safe. Popular digital payment apps are increasingly used as substitutes for a traditional bank or credit union. That's why we're getting a warning now, because less people are putting their money in the bank. More people are moving their money out of the bank. Some people are turning to PayPal and Venmo and Cash App and others as well. But you know, if you're going to pull your money out of the bank, at least invest it. Get some returns off of that money. Put it into the right cryptocurrencies while you still can. because none of these banks are safe. You know, everybody thinks the crisis is over. Then they'll start putting their money in the bank again. And then all of a sudden, another consolidation will happen where a bank collapses out and gets swallowed up by one of the bigger banks like JP Morgan. Uphold unveils OTC trading for XRP and other assets. Now, I look at this as a huge win for Uphold and XRP holders. So, Uphold, a prominent US-based Web3 financial platform, has unveiled its latest offering, Uphold Ascent, a customizable over-the-counter trading platform tailored for institutional investors focused on XRP and other assets. Institutional investors. So it looks like Uphold's going after the institutional money, and some of that money will pour into XRP. I look at that as a major win. So Ripple XRP and Stellar Lumens XLM will be backbone of payment system of the future. Now, this is an article I think that came out back in January, but I want to remind you of what you're holding. Stellar Lumens, along with Ripple's XRP, have become part of ISO 222, which makes them suitable and compliant for CBDCs. Furthermore, the Harvard University report notes that CBDCs can work along with stablecoins, and Ripple and Stellar can easily handle such transactions. Additionally, Ripple is already expanding its ODL solution to more than 40 countries. Thus, it has the infrastructure ready to cater to global economies. Here's how Ripple's XRP ledger can work efficiently with CBDCs worldwide. Like I said before, Ripple's out there getting all the plumbing put in place for XRP. Same thing's happening with Stellar. Look at all the on-off ramps that are opening up all the time. Later, XLM will flow over those on-off ramps. But, you know, everybody back in 2022 and 2021 said this wasn't a big deal. ISO has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. But now we see it does. And I'm going to play a quick video for you so you can see how big XRP can play in factor.
There's a discussion surrounding crypto replacing SWIFT. So we did speak earlier where you mentioned that it's not necessarily about replacing SWIFT, it's about complementing it. So let's get some more information on this.
Okay. I used to work for SWIFT. I was SWIFT for 20 years, so SWIFT is flowing through my veins. SWIFT is the preeminent messaging system for the financial industry, which covers, say, payments, FX, trade, in terms of securities, etc., Nostra reconciliations, etc. What we're looking with the crypto, though, is where SWIFT would have a store and forward system for most of its payment transactions, where you need service level agreements that in a certain time I will do something, but payment turns up at a certain time during the day. Here we're looking at the new network styles, which allow instant, real-time movement of the funds and visibility of those funds as well. So we would not have a situation where banks need to come back to you and say, have my funds arrived? It's 3 days later. I need to find out or find query messages moving around the network. There's nothing like that. I don't believe Ripple is going to replace SWIFT. Ripple is one of the complementary networks, which is going to allow those institutions who need real time to make use of that. And I think we're also seeing that SWIFT are changing their network capability so that real time will be a possibility as well. But we may also see Ripple XRP moving across the SWIFT network as.
Did you hear that? XRP moving over the SWIFT network in the future. You know, when you ever asked yourself, how does XRP get to 589? How does XRP ever hit $1,000 and beyond? Right there is how it happens. But this is just one aspect of XRP. You know, cross-border payments were one thing. Now we're starting to see the next big thing develop, and that's tokenization. Then if you want to go beyond that, start taking a good look at the projects on the XRP ledger, because that is growing at an alarming rate. You know, when I always tell you, you got to hold on to your XRP for dear life, I really mean that, because you are holding the greatest opportunity of your lifetime. Then there's this. So Ripple is not an ordinary company. We are not here to make us have a small market share or make a small amount of money. We are here to make a dent in the universe. You know, when you look at what Ripple's tied into, you know, people talk about the World Economic Forum. I hate the World Economic Forum. I think it's an evil entity. But you know why Ripple's tied in there? Because that's where the money is. That's where, like, when you see Ripple talk about carbon credits, that's where the money is. Tokenization, that's where the money is. Then you go to cross-border payments. That's where the money is. That's what makes this such a great cryptocurrency. Then there's this. So Bank of America waits on the sideline till Ripple versus SEC settles. Now, remember, we talked about this in previous videos. It was always talked about that Bank of America is sitting on the sideline. Well, I still believe that is happening even today. So take it from the president of Bank of America. And she talks about going digital.
We will continue to invest in digital. We'll continue to get better. We'll continue to listen to our clients to give them what they need. But I believe digital is a core way we deliver at scale to 68 million clients. We've got, again, great digital adoption and great digital adoption through all the demographics, which is really important. You know, low income, affluent, across the generational demographics. And we watch that really closely. We adapt to what our clients are telling us they want and need. Digital is core to our strategy. So digital and physical and the integration of that is our strategy on the ground. Are you focusing?
So you see, that's their strategy, to go digital. So like I said in previous videos, once this case wraps up with the SEC, I think Bank of America, within 24 hours, will start utilizing RippleNet. Most likely utilizing XRP for that on-demand liquidity at the same time. That's how big this case actually is. So pro XRP lawyer slams Gensler for making false claims about crypto. So recall that Gary Gensler reiterated that most cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin are securities. Industry leaders believe this statement is part of Gensler's plan to make the SEC the primary regulator for the crypto industry. However, Bill Morgan says this: the SEC has no idea about the number of digital currencies that constitute securities because it's impossible for the commission to analyze over 20,000 cryptocurrencies to determine the assets that fall under its regulatory purview. Morgan does not believe the commissioner's attorneys advised Gensler to issue such a statement about altcoins. Here's what's going on right now. This is what I actually see happening. Gary probably has a hat. He probably has all the names of all the cryptocurrencies. He throws them all into a hat, shakes it up, pulls one out and says, this is the company we're going after today. Because there's no way he could call over 20,000 cryptocurrencies a security without looking into each one of them individually, because they're all different. But you know, Gary is power mad right now. But his power is going to come to an end eventually. And I still think once this judge rules in favor of Ripple and utility kicks in, that's when you will truly be priced out of XRP. And I think it's going to happen very fast after the case ends, because all of a sudden, every single bank in the United States is going to want to utilize RippleNet. They're not going to go out there and be, you know, they're not going to lose power to other banks. You see this bank over here using RippleNet, and they're succeeding. Everything's growing. Customer base is even expanding. Now, this bank doesn't use RippleNet, and they're being left behind. That's what I mean by that. And again, you hold the greatest cryptocurrency. It's tied to so many things. Hold on to it for dear life. I say that because I keep seeing people losing their crypto all over crypto Twitter on a daily basis. You got to get your crypto off the exchange, and you don't want to get involved in anything that looks too good to be true. Not at a time like this, because we are so close. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.